All right, Bimang, today is Wednesday, it's June 14th. Welcome to the Dog Walk presented by Barstool Sports. Free swim. It's myself, it's Danny, it's Chief. How are we doing today?
I'm recovery mode.
From what? Dead & Co?
Yeah, I feel like this is like old, but it's like if I have a big night, I need 72 hours.
So was it actually a big night? Or you were just in the trippy squad?
Brother, I participated.
Oh.
Yeah, drinks were flowing.
You're dropping acid?
No.
Oh.
I'm too afraid of that, but
Were you smoking weed?
yes. No.
Remember, me and Chief were at a Luke Combs concert, and he wasn't there very long, but he was saying, he looked to me, he was like, man, I'm pretty drunk. And then maybe 2 minutes later, he was like, you know anyone who's got weed? It's like, I don't know if that's a great idea.
I don't even remember that.
You're a dry guy?
But what?
Dry, you like to get drunk and high?
Oh, I've never heard that expression.
No. It's not an expression.
But like
Is it really?
It went from crunk to crossfaded.
I thought dry was a thing.
Dry.
Wait, what's crunk?
Every time you say dry, you have to specify what you're talking about because it's like an existing word.
Dry, when you said dry, I thought you were like, oh, like you're a recovering alcoholic or something. Like
No.
DRIGH, a combination of drunk and high.
We had a buddy in grade school who would get dry. And
in grade school?
Yeah, he'd get dry.
Get the fuck. Where did
We're like, dude.
you and I could not have grown up?
You're stuck on kids getting crunk at 14. I'm stuck on Eddie just trying to pass the word dry by us like it's
Dude,
already
I'm
in the
not
Urban
dry.
Dictionary.
I'm not dry.
making
And he
shit
was
up.
just
This is
denied
like a
being
Theo
dry.
Vaughn story.
It ain't. Dry was a thing.
You never heard the word crunk?
I feel like I've heard crunk, but I thought it was just like I didn't know it meant something besides getting drunk.
Little John and the East Boys.
What
East
was
Side
he
Boys.
doing?
East Side.
So
East Side Boys,
what is
sorry.
that? Crack and
Well, I think he kind of originated the term crunk. At least that was my first introduction
but
to
is it crack and drunk?
No, it's supposed to be drunk and high. Like weed high. Maybe if you dig a little deeper, it is crack, but I don't know if Little John would be talking about how he's smoking crack like that. He did get offered it twice in Lowell, Massachusetts, though.
Dave?
No, Little John.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's on me. That's on me.
Yeah, I think crunk. The first time I heard it from Lil John, you know, Lil Wayne invented the word bling.
No,
Really?
It's his
really?
word now. Yep, he has like it patented.
How can you patent a word? Everybody says bling.
I don't
Started with
understand how
him.
any of that works.
What?
Like patenting words.
Oh, like when you trademark something?
Yes.
Yeah. Like remember like Ohio State tried to trademark the word the?
Yeah.
Because they're the Ohio State
Yeah.
University.
I feel like for someone like Lil Wayne, it was kind of just like a cool thing to do. Like I don't think he's actively suing people using bling, you know.
But that is a thing. Like
But
how they
everybody
don't
said-
let you say or type out March Madness, how they're so anal
Su-
about
Super,
that.
Super Bowl too.
Yeah, I
You
don't-
have to say the big game.
Get over yourself
Yeah.
with that. That's crazy.
I agree. Especially just because it's like you're just making everyone's life a little bit more difficult. Don't you want us talking about the Super Bowl?
Yes. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
We'll talk about this, though. We'll talk about RHOBACK Activewear. Grab that
Look at
sweatshirt
this
right
hat.
there, Danny. Got a hat right there? Yeah, hand me that sweatshirt. Yeah, we got the performance hoodies. Chief's wearing the hat. Danny's got the performance polo. Listen, you guys all know how much we love RHOBACK. Best fit, best feel. That's the best way to describe it, really.
Yeah, I kind of wish, no, that's a medium. That's not going to be good for me. But I was kind of wishing I had one of those performance polos on right now because it's a little steamy in here.
It is. A little steamy. Those things are breathable. Great material. All their stuff is.
the best.
That's like, they are true.
Oh, yeah.
This is good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
The fabric just works out for you on a hot summer day. So make sure you're checking them out. They got Father's Day designs. They got 4th of July designs. So grab your polo. They also got their new shorts ready to go. Bottoms, I should say.
Yep.
You got the gym shorts, the joggers, and everyday shorts. And they're the definition of comfort and made for activity. So whether it's a chilly summer morning or a hot day, the RHOBACK bottoms are your answer.
It's not talked about enough how like neutral they are. Like you could go to a nice place wearing that. You know, my younger brother was wearing like an Adidas hoodie, and we were going to like, you know, kind of a nicer restaurant. It's like, yeah, don't dress up, but don't wear that. Wear something like that.
Correct,
Yeah.
yes. Shout out to Trevor in, I thought he was Alabama, but apparently North Carolina.
He won?
Yes, he won. I'm sending him his joggers
Very nice.
this week. So with Father's Day quickly approaching, use the code DOG on RHOBACK.com for 20% off your first purchase through the end of the week. That's spelled RHOBACK.com. That's 20% off all polos, hoodies, shorts, and more with code DOG. Where are we going with dry and all that shit? I had one more.
We had another word.
Yeah. Oh,
dry,
oh no, with the
crumpling.
bullshit trademarks.
Oh,
Like that's what we got into the big. A lot of people are tweeting about. I saw Prez tweeted about it. Stephen Shea about nuts on Clark versus Garrett's. First off, where do you stand? Well, Chief, you like the
I make my own popcorn.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, Danny, where do you stand?
I have the hot take that I don't think caramel corn and cheese corn belong within 5 feet of each
No.
other.
Really?
I'm with him on that too.
No.
I don't like caramel corn at all.
I like them both separately.
Fire
very
the
much.
panel.
I love the cheese corn.
No, do you do 1 and 1? It's like fucking.
It feels like they shouldn't be mixed.
Gross.
No, dude, they both fucking complement
You can
each
actually
other like
mix
Jordan
the other
and
two.
Pippen.
You can mix the other two. The caramel corns. Yeah, put that away.
No, dude.
I love cheese popcorn. Can't
Yep.
get enough of it. But I find myself picking out the cheese kernels
You
or
like
picking out the
caramel?
kernels
Yep.
to get to the cheese.
Damn, I could not disagree more.
Yeah, I know it's a
I
hot
could
take.
not
but-
disagree more.
No, I think you're right on.
No, you don't want him on your side, so you know you lost.
Yeah, you don't have the greatest track record with food.
All those things have come out to be true.
So where do you stand?
That's just
then?
one of
Is
those things where he says and now he believes it at this point. Where do I stand?
Yeah, Garrett's versus Nuts on Clark.
I can't say I have experience with Nuts on Clark, but I'm
Surprised by that.
I'm a diehard Garrett's guy.
You are.
Yeah.
Well, how often do you get it?
Once a year, maybe.
Yeah. Die hard.
So he asked if it was a
But I mean, what do you want me to do? Just fucking,
You can order the tubs online. Yeah.
Those tubs last a long time.
Yeah. The tubs are kind
In
of like
your
the
defense-
best feature.
Yeah, but tub like you'll just hammer away at that.
Do you stop in O'Hare at the little Garrett stand? Have you ever
I
done
have,
that?
yeah, I have.
Okay.
I have.
You get your I Heart Chicago shirt.
How does the O'Hare one compare?
You know, one thing that sucks, and people are gonna be like, you can't be a diehard Garrett's guy without going to the place where they pop it fresh. And I've never done that either.
Fraud.
So you've only had the delivery, like the office Christmas party.
That's
tub.
it. And O'Hare,
Yeah.
like out of a shop, I guess.
So I'm going to be with you on this because that line for Garrett's, I don't know. I haven't seen it in a while. I don't go down there anymore. But I'm going to wait in the line for popcorn. Like those lines are down the block. It's good popcorn. It's not worth waiting down the line.
So Portnoy asked, "Is it a tourist thing?"
Yeah, it definitely is.
But like people
See, I
people
don't
from
think
here
so.
get it so infrequently that I don't really think it is either.
It has. What do you mean? That makes it a tourist.
I
thing.
wouldn't say it's a tourist thing.
But then
though.
like
That's just
okay,
'cause you
how about
like
this?
it.
Say
but
say you enjoy caramel corn and cheese corn,
Yeah.
and you're not a tourist.
yes, exactly.
Like you don't. There's not a non-tourist place to get
Yes.
that kind of popcorn. You know.
Yeah, I'm not pouring okie doke with fucking whatever caramel you can find. I'm not doing that.
Can't you go to Jewel and just get some generic version of that? Of course you can.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
Right.
I agree, but like there are people buy popcorns in those tubs from other places besides Garrett.
The only reason why it's tourist is because it's in tourist areas. It's not
Correct.
If they started popping those little fucking storefronts in random suburbs, people would get it more. Actually, Garrett's is crazy that they haven't started doing that.
Do you think? But then it's probably like they don't think they probably know their business better than you know their business.
No, I disagree.
right.
I
Like if,
strong disagree.
is it like if Spotted Cow wasn't exclusively sold in Wisconsin, I think it would be an average beer.
You're a guy who's diehard Garrett's who gets it once a year. So I don't think having pop-up stores all over the place, these brick and mortar places are going to. They probably
But I'm
know
saying
their customers order it once a year.
I would get it more if it wasn't so only in tourist spots.
If you didn't have to make an afternoon out of going down there to get it.
Yes, correct.
Which he's never done.
You're not gonna fucking put me in a box on Garrett's popcorn.
You're boxed.
I promise you that.
You're in the Garrett's tub. You're locked in. The
Regardless.
thing is sealed shut.
Regardless, what I wanted to do with this conversation before you guys started being buffoons was that someone actually told me, I don't know if this is true or not, so take it with a grain of salt. But
Who is the source?
someone said it's called because the one caramel and one cheese is called the Chicago mix, and they call it the Garrett mix because someone told me some Minnesota shop trademarked Chicago mix and they can't do it anymore.
What?
Yeah, which is fucked up.
See, that is fucked up. That's like that shouldn't be like you shouldn't be able to
Copyright a city.
Yeah, but like they know exactly what they're doing. They're taking Garrett's thing. You can't just call it a Chicago mix without being like, a little patch about Garrett's on the side. Like you should have to link to their website if you're going to call it that.
Let's steal theirs. Where was it? What city?
Minnesota.
Let's make the Minnesota mix.
It could just be one
copyrighted.
random shop, and I don't really know.
That's all it takes.
Yeah, that's all.
One snake in the grass is enough to get you bit.
Is that what they say?
Nah, I just made it up, but it sounds cool enough.
It is true, though.
That is very true.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a quick break, though, because we want to talk about a big event that's going on this weekend, Chief.
Sail GP.
Yes, sir.
You want me to keep going?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so I feel like I'm like the official Sail GP mascot because I'm the only guy.
Because you've been, and I'm very pumped to go.
Yeah.
Because the way it's explained sounds awesome. So
it is awesome. Who doesn't like? That's like one of those things where we are so lucky to live in the city where we have the lake, where we just have everything that we could ever want in a city. And Sail GP is one of those events. It's a great way to kind of just do like summertime Chicago. You're gonna have a little rosé. You're gonna have a few beers. You're gonna have a great time. You're gonna watch these boats fly across the water, zip around, almost crash. You don't really know what they're doing, but they're going every which way. You get to root for America. I'm going to bring a little American flag, maybe my Joey Chestnut polo. Just get really into the American aspect of it. And it is like a great way to spend a summer day in Chicago.
it is. It's like F1 on the water or NASCAR, but it's sailboats. So go check it out. Come on out. Make sure you have something to do this weekend. We'll be there Friday.
They keep calling them sailboats. They're spaceships. Like that. Like if the aliens came out from under the water, they'd be like, you guys are aliens too?
Get tickets to see Sail GP at Navy Pier on June 16th and 17th by visiting sailgp.com/Chicago. All right, let's get back into the show. Have you ever encountered snakes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, not a fan. So we have these like really good family friends, and like we've done like cross country trips and whatever. So we like grew up with them, like closer with them than any of my actual cousins. And there's 2 boys, 2 girls in their family too. But the younger one has always just been a little weird. Like he had a pet snake, and then he would always like, we go to their lake house, this place upstate New York. We would like hunt for turtles and stuff like that, and like try to, put nail polish on them and try to get them again. One day he found a snake. I remember it had like these 2 like fangs. I'm sure it wasn't poisonous, pretty sure, but he was probably like 7, 8 years old. Just picks it up by its head, puts it in a box, puts it in the basement of their house, and then went to check on it the next day, and it was gone. So they had like a snake. So, and like we used to sleep in the basement when we would go visit. I'm like, I can't sleep down here.
No way.
There's a fucking snake rolling around.
No way.
Yeah. So I'm not a snake guy. You saw a rattlesnake run around. What's that? Torrey Pines, like that. It's like a golf course and like a nature preserve. I was like out in California. I'm like, I'll go walk around. I'm bored. And there was like a rattlesnake from me to you, maybe even closer along the path. Just doing that little rattle.
How far can it get you?
I don't know. I took a wide berth around it.
Does it still bite when it's like coming down,
What do you mean?
Like it could probably land pretty far, but is it only biting you when it's like at its peak height of jump? You know what I mean? When it's already coming down off the jump.
You think I bet you it knows how to time. Yeah.
I'm not following.
So he's saying like it has to jump up at you to bite.
Yeah.
Or can it arc basically
arc and come down on the downswing
on your foot?
Because that's the difference of like a foot. You asked how close you can
be. He's right, but it was a stupid thing because of course snakes they haven't been around for 10 billion years.
I didn't expect it to be taken this seriously.
Yeah.
I was trying.
Yeah, I followed you.
My buddy had a 6-foot pet snake growing up, and that thing just got lost every other week. And we get there and be like, by the way, the snake's on the loose again. I'm like, dude, you're lucky I'm not afraid of snakes. I'd be going home. I'd call my mom to come pick me up.
Yeah. Like they used to feed them like the little frozen mice.
He fed him live mice.
Live mice?
Really?
Live mice in the yard.
It was like a road trip?
All the neighborhood kids came by and watched. Yeah. She would strangle it and then eat it.
Jesus.
Pretty graphic.
There's something like I don't like about that, to be honest. Like I feel like if a dead frozen mouse is one thing, but if you're raising a mouse and just to be like you're a mouse, but your whole job is to be food for this thing, it's gonna kill you. I don't know.
I think you just buy a couple each week. Like I don't think the mice are never like your pets. You're not naming them.
No, even still though, like they're raised to be snake food. I feel it's one thing if they're like hunting for them on their own, but like you shouldn't be able to just have a mouse that just gets tossed to that snake.
On the alternative though, that's the most wild you can make your pet feel.
The mouse.
the snake. The
snake.
mice. I mean, that would happen to them in the wild
Yeah.
too, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like any of it. Just don't.
Unfair advantage to the mouse.
To the mouse?
Yeah.
Well, why is it an advantage to the mouse? It's
Unfair.
It's not an advantage at all.
It's an unfair advantage to the
He gets
Otherwise known as
unfair,
disadvantage.
Unfair disadvantage.
run off first race.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah, sorry, run off.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, maybe if they put the mice,
make the
and
snake work for
snake in the yard or something instead of a tank.
That's a good point. I probably.
I mean, this is like, don't be a person who has a pet snake. Also,
You don't like that, right?
You don't like the reptile kid?
No.
You think
get-
RDT is a weird guy because he's a snake?
I think cat people are like, why don't you just get a dog? Even cats. But yeah, I've told RDT, I'm like, this is fucking weird.
RDT is the Orioles blogger for Barstool.
Yep.
He's a snake guy.
Big snake guy. I like him. I wouldn't go over to his house.
What if he's got a nice snake named Randy?
Yeah. I'm going to avoid Randy and RDT.
Who do you think was weirder, the reptile kid or the horse girl?
Reptile
Ooh.
kid.
Dude, don't discount the horse girl.
I think horse girls get a bad rap.
Horse girls are pretty common too, and they kind of all grow up to be normal. Reptile kid
I don't
might
know
not.
that I've ever met a horse girl, though.
I think we probably all knew one at one point. All it really took was for her to want a pony growing up and have a couple horse folders.
I knew one through someone, so it wasn't like the
Why
wreck.
is that such a thing? Horse girls.
They used to call Taylor Swift that. Other people's words, not mine. Swifties.
That she was a horse girl.
Yeah.
And this girl would wake up. She would go to the stables at like
That's a horse girl.
3 a.m. to braid
Dedicated.
the horse's hair.
Oh.
She was in charge of like the mane. And she left like a party one day, like whatever. And she's like, oh, she got to be at the stables at 3 a.m. to braid the horse. My buddy, just serious as shit, looks up. He goes, 3 a.m. Don't those horses got to fucking sleep? And we're like, all of
That's a
us
good
are like,
point.
it's a great point.
Yeah.
They're getting their hair braided at 3?
That makes no sense to
Yeah.
me.
Waking them up.
That was like so Dave and I we used to go down to Arlington, and I was like, we should go watch them train. I was talking to our guy, like I don't know, from our stable, our horses, and he's like, yeah, like that would be great. He's like, I normally get there at 5:30. I'm like, I will not be watching them train because it's like I'd have to leave the house at 4:45. That's insane. I don't know why they do that.
Yeah, that's for the birds.
Yeah.
Can't do that. I almost smoked a rattlesnake with a mountain bike one time
Where?
in Arizona. Yeah. It's one of those things where you look back at it as a kid and you're like,
How old are you?
I was a junior in high school. I was on a mountain bike path with two of my friends. We went down there for like a college visit at like Arizona State and like did other shit. And I was like, they were both ahead of me. I was behind. And they were like off their bike waiting for me. And I saw they had smiles on their face, but I didn't know what was really going on. I'm not shitting you. Like, if this was my bike, I like this much close to the rattlesnake's head.
So you didn't see it there?
No, I didn't see it.
Because I could see a young Eddie being like, I'm going to run over this rattlesnake.
I mean, I
Or an old Eddie.
probably would have done that too, yeah. But I legitimately, like, this far away. And now looking back, I'm like, damn, that fucker could have just...
Yeah, one of your buddies have to suck the poison out of your leg.
Yeah, I would just be laying there in the desert. That's a bad deal.
Yeah.
That's a bad deal. Hey, let's take another break here to talk about ChevyDriveChicago.com. From the city to the burbs, Chicagoland has a lot going on this summer. We really do. It's like,
It's
we were
overwhelming.
talking-
Yeah.
There's just so much stuff going on in Chicago in the summer. And your local Chevy dealer wants to help you get where you're going on all of your summer road trips, which is nice.
It is.
And the best way to do that is to start your shopping with ChevyDriveChicago.com. You can build and price, learn more, and locate the right SUV or truck at your local Chevy dealer. Pretty simple. Go on there, see what you're looking for, and get pointed in the right direction. If you want a Blazer, if you want a Silverado, if you want a Traverse, if you want an Equinox, it's all right there at ChevyDriveChicago.com. So head over there, set yourself up for summer today. And
Trunk space season.
Trunk space, yeah.
Yeah. Got to have it.
Yeah, your summer travel will be in a much better spot with ChevyDriveChicago.com. Go do that, enter your zip, and they'll show you right where the closest dealer is. So one more time, ChevyDriveChicago.com. All right, let's get back into the show.
I had a question.
Yeah.
So I was in a Starbucks the other day. It's probably like 8 at night. There's someone sitting 2 down from me, and they said, hey, I'm going to go to the bathroom. Can you watch my stuff? And I said, sure. About 2 minutes later, this seemingly homeless man, intoxicated, walks in, and he's doing the pinball, just bouncing around, and their laptop and like headphones and backpack is right there, and he almost bumps into it and knocks it over. He's like looking down, and then I'm like, oh, am I gonna have to like roll my sleeves up here for this? And then he's wandering, loitering as they call it, in the lobby, and he has like this dead stare, kind of staring at her stuff, and I'm like, oh my God, like, can this girl get out of the bathroom already? But like, how much of that responsibility is really on me? Like, would I had to have? No, she's like an older woman. Would I had to have like fend this guy off because I told her that I would watch her stuff?
You do. That's a verb. That's what she asked you to do. That's what she asked. You said yes. If you had been like, hey, like, I don't want that responsibility, take your shit to the bathroom.
Imagine saying no to that. No.
But then if you say yes, you have to follow through.
It's a simple like, how you doing? Good. Can watch my stuff. Yeah. No one ever thinks that you'll be that liable.
Worst case scenario.
Wrong, yeah.
Did you ever think about just like quickly like bring it over to your table?
After that, yeah, I slid it a little closer to me. But this guy, I mean, it didn't seem like he really cared if anyone was guarding it or not at that point.
He was getting that computer. Did he get the computer?
No, he eventually got kicked out, and she came back, just didn't know what the fuck just took place.
Did you feel like a hero?
I didn't even tell her. She was like, thanks. I said, you're welcome.
That's kind of like an alternate scenario where you give someone your phone to take a picture of you and they drop it.
Yeah. Worst fear.
Right?
Yeah.
I never do that.
Oh, to me personally, no. I remember telling that story. It wasn't me though. But yeah, someone was taking a picture at a Cubs game and dropped their phone, and then there was kind of just a little crack on it after. It's like, what do you do from here?
Yeah. What's your point of guidance there?
There's nothing you can do. You gave them the phone. You assumed the risk. It's your phone. They dropped it. It's not like they took it and spiked it. They just made a mistake. That's your problem. Mm-hmm. I also just don't do that. I don't give my phone to people to take pictures. If I don't know you, I don't ask strangers to take a picture of me. So I'll ask somebody in a group if that's the case, and then you just text me that picture, and that's it.
Sure.
You take it with your phone. You text that picture to me.
You've never done it for like a big celebrity in here though?
No, I would have Lance or you or Harry or somebody take the picture for me and text it to me. That's that's the scenario I'm thinking of.
While we're on the topic of taking pictures, turning the flash on an iPhone camera,
it's gotten ridiculous.
It's way too many steps.
Super hard.
It's like 4 steps. We have one button for a live photo, but we don't have one single button for the flash.
I also have never understood the purpose of a live photo.
Right. I'd much rather have one button just for the flash.
And the iPhone, for being such a simple phone, I agree their camera features dog shit.
Yeah.
Because do you ever get the one where you just take a picture and it's like a whole 3-second thing?
Mm-hmm. I don't know what that is.
Yes, exactly.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know how to turn it off.
Where it's like the little bar goes over to the left?
Yeah. Just like restart the phone.
Well, there's tabs in the bottom. It says like, photo, video, portrait, whatever.
Yeah, I get
whatever
that
is.
This is like the moon thing, right? Isn't that what you're talking about? I'm trying to pull it up.
Yeah.
Harry's over there laughing like you guys are fucking idiots.
It drives me fucking nuts, dude.
It's this little fucking,
yes.
And it says
it
auto.
looks like a filter.
Yeah, and then you can scroll it over. It's like, max 1 second, but I don't know what that means.
The flash, you click the lightning icon in the corner.
Right.
Then it directs you. You have to hit the down arrow from there. Then you have to go down to the bottom of the phone, hit flash, hit on again.
It's too many steps.
It's ridiculous.
I agree with you, Danny.
I don't know what any of these buttons mean down here. What's this?
Like, I didn't ask for this.
Yeah.
It's just they have so many other things that make things a lot simpler. You think the flash going on automatically would be top of the priority for the iPhone camera.
Yeah.
There was one time I had to take a picture of Armando from Las Corolla. Gave me his phone to take a picture with him in Portnoy. And I'm across the table from Portnoy. He hands me it real quick. I take the picture, and Armando goes, it's dark in here. Put flash on. I go, okay. So I hit the top right icon thinking, simply pressing this lightning bolt will turn the flash on. Nope. Try it again. Prez is noticeably getting a little irritated. Thank God Carl was next to me. He just took the phone and said, here, do that. And I was like, oh my God. But sometimes not having easy access to the flash is life or death.
It's surprising to me that Armando, of all people, was the one to be like, hey, this is not a good enough picture.
It's a big deal.
Is Instagram. Yeah.
He's a picture guy.
Maybe it wasn't him. Maybe someone else suggested the flash. But either way, I was told to put on that flash, and it was a lot harder than I remembered.
Yeah,
it's tough.
Don't want that. You don't want that.
Someone tell Tim Cook.
Get back to the fucking basics.
And I mean, if we're going to be ranting about this, the video on iPhone, you can't flip it to you mid-video.
That's true too.
I hate that too.
You could do it for Snapchat.
You can do it for, and you can do it for TikTok, I think too.
Yeah, and Instagram story. Their one flaw they had though was sometimes when you mid switching it would cut out the audio.
Are you guys getting the iPhone Apple goggle thing?
I don't understand. Like, how do you control it with your eyes?
I think you look at the little apps that you want to open.
Really, it doesn't catch your peripherals.
That doesn't make sense.
Why not?
That's a slippery slope.
It can track your eye movement, I'm sure. I did just make that up, but I will try to.
No, I'm not getting that.
Did they say that sports is going to be like a game changer on that thing?
Like you can be like, oh, I'm sitting courtside.
Yeah.
But then they'd have to have they would have to have cameras in real time from that spot.
Yeah, right. Unless you want like the nosebleed POV.
Be kind of interesting. White Sox 500 level corners.
It's a slippery slope. That's what I'll say.
It'd be funny if they were like, hey, like to the person sitting front row, you're going to have a headset on that just has like a camera of your eye view, and then like everybody's logged in, and then that guy just pulls up his phone. Like, he's texting while the entire world is watching his feed.
He's got courtside seats, but he has to wear goggles.
Yeah.
I did see that Apple is no longer auto-correcting to ducking.
I saw that too.
What does that mean?
Not all the time.
Instead of saying, so you can just type fuck now.
Yeah.
I tried telling someone the other day through text I was ducking for cover, autocorrected to fucking for cover.
I was fucking for cover.
They're $3,500 too. These Apple goggles.
Yeah. You'll get some.
No way.
Why?
I don't need things on my face like that. The screen is bad enough.
I'll get that and Neuralink in the same day.
You would. Yep.
Why not?
You know those goggles are going to become a fashion trend.
Oh, yeah. Where is he?
I mean, you're talking to the guy who had an iPhone 5S for like 7 years.
Yeah, you did. I forgot about that. That was.
And the only reason I still don't have one is because they stopped making it when I went to go get another phone.
You know what I noticed I've been doing too frequently as well?
What?
Is I've been like, I'm a big flashlight guy. And
please tell me you read menus with a flashlight.
How
old are you?
No,
He puts his reading glasses on.
Well, like anybody, you pop it on, you move around a little bit.
Are you in dark places a lot?
Are you? Did you move in with White Sox Dave and didn't tell anybody?
I live in a basement.
Yeah.
But I've been like catching it on in my pocket quite a few times. Like someone's like, "Oh, what are you like 50?"
It's the biggest rookie move.
Yeah.
I know.
The biggest rookie move is trying to like subtly snap a picture of something and having the flash on. I don't think you look dumber than that.
Oh, like you're doing a sneak attack?
Yeah,
kinda?
my buddy was trying to. He was simply trying to actually take a picture of this beer on tap, and it looked like he was trying to take a picture of the hot bartender behind it.
It does not get worse than that.
I was like, we have to go to another bar.
Yeah, you have to leave at that point.
Dude, I saw that. Did you see that video Big Cat tweeted out the other day about the English guy?
Oh,
he was taking a picture of the girl's ass.
Oh no, I thought you were
didn't
talking
see
about
that?
the band.
Oh no, there was some
Yeah.
some English guy was taking a picture of a girl's ass. Weird,
Yeah,
creepy as fuck.
creepy as fuck.
And someone caught him do it behind him.
Oh yeah, in the restaurant.
Yeah, and she accosted him and like, Brett, take up your phone. And like it was a big.
It was a scene?
Yeah,
I thought that was going to be the second coming of Bagel Boss.
yeah, because he was a short guy, and
Jeez, still images are still doing it for some people, huh?
I guess so. But I used to love not doing that. I used to love
Clip that.
back. No, fuck you. Like when I was in like high school, when you're like on the bus, like just snapping random pictures of like randoms, like shit that was funny. I used to always just take pictures of just fucking.
You brought the disposable?
No, just on my phone.
On your phone.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't think I'm old, but
Like some lady walking on the bus with like 10 boxes of cornflakes. Like that made me laugh.
random shit. Yeah. Like I was driving when I was going out to that wedding in Oak Brook a few weekends ago. There was just like a 5-year-old child, maybe younger, with his head going down the highway, sticking full out the window with his tongue out like a dog. And I'm like, that's kind of funny. Like I would kind of was like, want to take a picture, but I'm like, I don't want to.
I saw a Dalmatian in the wild the other day, and I almost took a picture. Those things are like majestic. Seeing one of those is like seeing like if you were happen to be in the jungle and you see a lion. You know, certain breeds of dogs you don't see anymore.
That's true.
You see a border collie, you're stopping everything you do.
Didn't Dalmatians get all fucked up?
Because Dalmatians have a bad rep.
Yeah, well, I think they like overbred them.
There was 101 of them at one point.
I knew you were gonna say that, but they went from being like they were the firehouse dog for a reason because they were like super smart and agile, and then people were just like, I love those spots. People basically like Cruella de Vil. They just liked them for their spots, and they just overbred them and inbred them and inbred them, and now they're like one of the dumbest dogs. But I like dumb dogs.
I thought they had
my dog is too smart. That's my biggest problem.
I thought they had a stereotype for being mean.
I think aggressive.
That too.
Yeah, I thought they were mean.
You would say that.
You know,
Cruella de Vil.
Apparently they're pretty deaf.
I think that's a problem of the inbreeding
genetic
too.
predisposition for deafness is a serious health problem for Dalmatians.
Sad.
You know, hip dysplasia.
Very common.
Hyperocumia.
Never heard of that.
Hypersemia, maybe it says. There's a lot going on with Dalmatians. Shout out Dalmatians.
Shout out Comet.
Did you like that movie?
No, I hated it. It was cruel.
Eddie thought it was a horror movie.
I liked the ending. It was always a happy ending, though. You know?
I feel like you would probably turn it off with 15 minutes to go. We're still in the clutches.
Fucking Cruella.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Chief. Speaking of kind of that, like, just pop culture and stuff, what do you think about this move? I was talking to someone recently who said that they don't watch they don't watch TV at all. And
I hate people that say, like, don't even say that.
I don't think they were doing it to be like an asshole. They were just kind of like, hey, like, I just don't do it. I don't have one. I don't do it. Whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
So
I don't believe them. But.
I was like, well, don't you like feel out of the loop when he gets to the office on Monday or whatever? And they responded with her like, yeah, I know. Like when Game of Thrones was going on, I would just read the synopsis.
Oh.
Just so I could talk about what happened.
Is it like a time thing for them?
Yeah, kind of. She like they were like, oh, it would be too much. Like I would just get too sucked in and I would not.
Well, yeah. But like, what's wrong with the little, and like, what do you do for sports? Have you ever noticed that girls never have, like, if they live alone, they never have like a good TV setup ever. They don't have cable and they have like shitty small TVs. And
they'll never do the double TV.
Never.
No, never.
That's horrifying.
I don't have the double TV either, but
there is something to. I feel so controversial saying it, but I think women are killing cable. I think they're the one.
Millennial and Gen Z women are killing cable. Yeah. Well, good for them.
I think there's something to that.
Is that why my prices keep going up?
Maybe.
Yeah, all their shows they can get through streaming services.
Yeah, they just Vanderpump is on like fucking Peacock or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's what they do.
The 8th reunion is this week.
Yeah. But they like I've never been to a girl's apartment where it looks like a place where I would want to watch a game.
At all.
At all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nor do they have the game because they don't have cable.
Yeah, and they don't have the bells and whistles. They don't have any of it.
They had nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I kind of was like.
And it's like a 32-inch.
Yeah.
It's big enough to watch Tom Sandoval, and that's about it.
That's it.
Yeah.
You get his mustache in there, and that's it. But I kind of asked, I was like, oh, so you know what happened, but you don't really have a take about what happened. Like, you don't have a perspective. And they were like unfazed. They're like, well, you know, it doesn't matter.
But what's the point of reading the synopsis then?
He probably just doesn't want to be the weird guy who's not watching the hottest shows.
Yeah, I think
then watch them. Like, this is like he probably would spend. I don't know how long it would take to read a synopsis. Have you ever done that? I feel like.
Oh yeah, I do that on Wikipedia after.
How long are they?
Every show. Oh, it's like 4 paragraphs.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I highly recommend that. I'm not a subtitles guy.
Oh, I love subtitles.
I hate that. But I will read about what I just watched to make sure that I got it.
You ever notice how much they say scoffs in subtitles? I don't think I ever used to use that word before. I saw it in subtitles. Is there another word to replace that? I was like, but it's like sometimes it's like a happy scoff or like a sigh almost.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I always feel bad for deaf people because I feel like when you're watching a show like that and you're just reading the words, like you need like context from like how the line was delivered. Like how do you know what's really going on?
Yeah, but they're probably
I'm gonna fucking kill you. It's different, like that could be a joke.
I think that's where emotion comes across, like facial expression.
Right, if they're laughing.
Yeah, I suppose, but the delivery matters.
No, it does.
Yeah,
especially like Succession is a great one.
Totally.
Like the way that Roman talks.
It's like fast and stone faced, and like you need to. Yeah.
You would think it's way more serious than it is.
I feel like I can't remember where I heard this, but like there aren't really deaf people as much anymore because so many people are having like that implant is so effective that they're giving it to kids at a young age. So like those schools, like schools for the deaf, are like going out of business because they don't need to teach sign language as much anymore. Like because so many parents, when their kids are like young, opt in to give them that little. You know what I'm talking about? The little implant behind like this part of their skull, and then it goes in their ear, so then they just grow up. They just go to regular school.
It's not the Neuralink?
It's not the Neuralink. It's the Earalink. And then they're able to hear. So then it's like there's just sign language is not as big of a deal. It's not as prevalent as it used to be.
I did not know that.
We're not talking about that enough.
Yeah.
That was a big thing, like deaf mass.
Oh, I never went to a deaf mass.
Did you guys have deaf mass?
No.
Yeah, we had deaf mass, and like you would walk in and like you could just start screaming, and nobody would have a clue besides for like the priest.
Do you remember?
People are dropping light bulbs and shit.
Ironically, the loudest mass is deaf mass.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Nelson Mandela funeral where they had the guy who was the fake sign language guy? It was you don't remember that?
No.
So it was like it was like the whole world was watching, like this iconic world leader finally dies. However, Obama was president, and this guy just basically like walked on stage and started doing sign language, and not enough people know sign language, and nobody stopped him. He was like from me to you to Obama. So like if he was like an assassin, he could have just killed Obama, but no one stopped him, and he was just up on stage doing,
But was he legit?
Like, no.
Oh,
he was just making shit up, standing there.
He just snuck in?
Yeah. And he's like, I'm the sign. He did fake sign language.
Do they still have deaf masks? Because I feel like now every speaker is like accompanied by a sign language translator.
What do you mean?
You see them at concerts. There's always someone on the side saying what they're saying in sign. At big speeches.
Oh, like think of all during COVID where they would have people like,
Do priests have their own sign language person now?
Do you have to get ordained?
Oh.
To be sign language?
No, the priest was doing it regularly.
The priest was doing it too?
No, the priest was just...
The priest was talking while the person next to him was signing.
Yeah, it was another game for him. But the sign language guy on the side of the stage...
Well, that's what I'm saying is a sign language guy, if he's delivering these messages... Does he also have to be an ordained minister, an ordained priest? Kind of feel like you should.
No shot.
Was the priest still using his normal voice? No need to like sing all those songs that loud.
Yeah, it appeared that he was.
Wow.
Do you think he slows it down? I always felt bad. Like to me, it's just like, how the fuck do they keep up
with the sign language?
Yeah. They got to like leave some words out. You'd think.
Yeah, it goes fast.
Yeah,
for sure. Especially a fast talker.
Mm-hmm.
But homilies,
that's true.
They'll take their sweet time with those. Yeah. They'll take their sweet time.
They hammer that message home.
That's the same thing with blindness too, right? Like didn't Mr. Beast cure a bunch of people for being blind?
What?
Yeah.
I think that was Jesus. I got your...
No, that's Mr. Beast, dude.
How did he heal people from being blind?
So apparently a lot of people who are blind, they just need this specific surgery and it could cure a lot of blind people's blindness.
Really?
Yes. So he cured like 1,000 people from being blind.
He like paid for it.
Okay.
Yeah,
he didn't do the surgery.
Yeah, well, you're making him sound like he's a miracle worker.
Give some credit to the doctors.
Yeah, so 1,000 blind people see for the first time was the YouTube video title.
Nothing paid for itself.
Yeah.
Well, he actually got a lot of heat for it.
Views?
Why?
Because people said he was doing it for views.
Who cares?
Exactly.
Do you think those blind people care?
No.
Right. They can see now.
And that's like, he's like the nicest, kindest guy on the internet.
That's one of those things I haven't really consumed any of his content.
Dip in. It might be a little kiddish and like corny, some of it for you. But there are some videos that are like very it's very creative.
You just had the most viewed video ever this week.
Yeah, with Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Second most viewed.
Something. It was like 47 million views.
I like him. Like there's a lot of cool shit. He'll be like, he just has good ideas and he takes everything to the extreme. Like he'll be like flying on the cheapest plane to the most expensive plane, and he'll pay like for a $20 flight, and then he'll go on like $100,000
Like
plane.
some shakes.
Yes.
777.
Yeah.
All we need is
That has
$20
to be
million,
like
and we'll
the
start doing it.
most wild experience ever. If you were born blind and somehow they can turn your sight on, which is probably not that the case for this Mitsubishi. So eventually that was people who went blind that had seen before, if I had to guess. But like, can you imagine just, I don't, because who knows even what it is? It's not like it's black. They don't know what black is.
Right.
So it's just like they have nothing. And then to go and be like, here's the entire world, that has to just be like
Overwhelming.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't know what a light switch looks like, an outlet. It's a lot to take in at one head.
It is, man. You're right about that.
Are they curing anything else?
I don't know.
Deafness.
Apparently, he did
blindness?
this too. 1,000 deaf people here for the first time. I'm on his page.
I will say that I've seen. Have you seen those videos on TikTok? They come up my feed quite a bit. The baby's mother hears its voice for the first time. Oh, breaks your heart, or like warms your heart, whatever you want to say. But it's like it is like the babies like react as if like, holy shit, like what's happening, and then like that's your mother's voice, and then they are like overwhelmed with joy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, you got to cry every time, right?
There is a category of video that I almost get like a cry reflex, like I can't even help it.
What, the soldiers?
Yes. How did you guess that? Have you said it before?
No, I mean it's pretty fucking
The return home soldiers?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, they like surprised their mom or their fiance or something?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like those don't happen as much anymore.
Well, I think
I know. But still, there are still people overseas.
totally, yeah.
And probably not in the greatest areas and whatnot.
Absolutely.
So,
I mean, even if you're like coming home from Korea or something.
yeah.
You know, you haven't
You're
been,
saying you still think you'd see them sprinkled in once in a while. I
they
get
come
how
up
that
on my
comment-
algorithm every day.
Do they?
Yeah.
Well,
Because
that's
TikTok knows I love them. And I need a good cry every once in a while.
Eddie doesn't love soldiers.
Even I wouldn't say that.
No, don't do that. I did that to Charlie Wisco. Remember that?
No.
Remember that way back in the day? They said he hates the troops. And it was like people really ran with it.
I
Yeah.
don't remember that. That is funny, though.
That's a bridge too far.
Yeah.
Why they say he hates them?
I forgot what he did.
It was probably something so innocuous, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Soldiers not showing up in his TikTok algorithm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what it was. But it was like a big thing, like Charlie Wisco hates the troops. Oh, man. I mean, that's such a throwback.
Yeah. Because I think was he pre-churning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, like, did he leave pre-churning? I mean,
Not sure about that.
yeah. It was
Not
right
sure.
around that time.
Yeah.
He reached out to me. Well, we don't have to talk about him.
Yeah.
Probably might not want his whole life out there.
What a name drop, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's an old school Barstool name drop. Anything else?
I think we hit all the marks.
We hit all the marks.
I think so.
No more watching people stuff at Starbucks.
Yeah.
Too liable.
Shout out
You're
Garrett.
basically a troop for that.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you. I'll
yeah.
accept that. You said it, not me.
All right, everybody. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. That's it for today. We will see you all tomorrow.